It's written in their scriptures. The God of Israel commands the destruction of anyone who refuses to worship him. The Torah, what Christians call the Bible, literally orders towns to be burned as a holocaust to your God and commands Israel to slay those who worship other gods. If you follow nature or pagan ways, this text says you are to be wiped out. It also declares Jews a treasured people, chosen by God above all other peoples on earth. Don't believe me? Don't take my word. Read the passages below and judge for yourself. Deuteronomy 12:29 to 14:2. When your God has cut down before you the nations that you are about to enter and dispossess, and you have dispossessed them and settled in their land, beware of being lured into their ways after they have been wiped out before you. Do not inquire about their gods, saying, how did those nations worship their gods? I too will follow those practices. You shall not act thus toward your God, for they perform for their gods every abhorrent act that ye detests. They even offer up their sons and daughters in fire to their gods. Be careful to observe only that which I enjoin upon you, neither add to it nor take away from it. If there appears among you a prophet or a dream diviner who gives you a sign or a portent, saying, let us follow and worship another god, whom you have not experienced, even if the sign or portent named to you comes true, do not heed the words of that prophet or that dream diviner. For your God is testing you to see whether you really love your God with all your heart and soul. It is your God alone whom you should follow, whom you should revere, whose commandments you should observe, whose orders you should heed, whom you should worship, and to whom you should hold fast. As for that prophet or dream diviner, such a one shall be put to death for having urged disloyalty to your God, who freed you from the land of Egypt and who redeemed you from the house of bondage, to make you stray from the path that your God Yahweh commanded you to follow. Thus you will sweep out evil from your midst. If your brother, your own mother's son or daughter, or the wife of your bosom, or your closest friend entices you in secret, saying, come, let us worship other gods, whom neither you nor your ancestors have experienced from among the gods of the peoples around you, either near to you or distant, anywhere from one end of the earth to the other, do not assent or give heed to any of them. Show no pity or compassion, and do not cover up the matter, but take that person's life. Let your hand be the first to put that person to death, followed by the hand of the rest of the people. Stone that person to death for having sought to make you stray from your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thus all Israel will hear and be afraid, and such evil things will not be done again in your midst. If you hear it said of one of the towns that your God is giving you to dwell in, that some scoundrels from among you have gone and subverted the inhabitants of their town, saying, come, let us worship other gods, whom you have not experienced, you shall investigate and inquire and interrogate thoroughly. If it is true, the fact is established, that abhorrent thing was perpetrated in your midst, put the inhabitants of that town to the sword, and put its cattle to the sword. Doom it and all that is in it to destruction. Gather all its spoil into the open square, and burn the town and all its spoil as a holocaust to your God. And it shall remain an everlasting ruin, never to be rebuilt. Let nothing that has been doomed stick to your hand, in order that your God may turn from a blazing anger and show you compassion, and in compassion increase you as promised on oath to your fathers. For you will be heeding your God, obeying all the divine commandments that I enjoin upon you this day, doing what is right in the sight of your God. You are children of your God. You shall not gash yourselves or shave the front of your heads because of the dead, for you are a people consecrated to your God. Your God chose you from among all other peoples on earth to be a treasured people.